Some of the things that you guys see and you might look up to me, I just figured that shit out yesterday or a month ago or a year ago. There's things that have taken me 10 years to do that I'm able to do now in 30 days, just because of where my education and knowledge was then compared to where it is today.
I'm in the big leagues, told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Do Good Movement. Our purpose here is to make a positive impact in our society through real life education. The movement comes into play when you share the content to help other people do good just like you. Talking about people, that's exactly what I want to go over today. So, couple, a good and a bad that goes with this. So you look at like social media, you look at other people, and a lot of time there's things out there in other people or social media where like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's amazing. I wish that was me. I wish that I was there. I wish I could do something like that, right? I even look at people where I'm like, fuck, dude, that's impressive. That's bitching. Like, I want to go do that, right? And there's times where we go through these things and we start like doubting ourselves if we could really form our life that way. Because some things look so out of reach, right? You're seeing these things and you're comparing it to where you are and you're disqualifying yourself. You're like, man, there's no way that I could go and do that. And I'm here to tell you there is actually a way to go ahead and do that. And so looking at other people, looking at social media, looking at all these great things is super important to show you that there is a reality that's real out there and that people have accomplished it. So that should give you hope and faith that if that person's done that, if somebody has done that before, you can also go do it. Now, comparing yourself where you're at today and maybe where that person is at today, that's not going to be a fair comparison. There's a lot of work and time that you have to put into yourself, into that next thing to get you there. But I also don't want you guys to say and be like, oh man, like this person's been doing this for 20 years, right? It doesn't always necessarily take 20 years to go have success. Sometimes the guys that have said, hey, I've been doing this for 20 years or 30 years or 10 years or whatever it might be, they might have just figured it out really 2 years ago. And I can contest to that with my life is, I've had a lot of great success business-wise. I've had a lot of great success mentality-wise, physical, all these different things. And I talk on my podcast and different things like that and say, well, I've been doing it for 12 years. Well, I've been trying to figure it out for 12 years. I haven't been doing it for 12 years. Some of the things that you guys see and you might look up to me, I just figured that shit out yesterday or a month ago or a year ago, right? I've been working hard, but sometimes I've been working hard on the wrong things. And working hard on the wrong things has led me how to work hard on the right things. And so the cool thing that you could get out of this is go to different, medias and things like that where you could learn some of the people's tricks and recipes on some of the things that they just figured out that could save you plenty of years versus you going and trying and then just grabbing traction. There's things that have taken me 10 years to do that I'm able to do now in 30 days just because of where my education and knowledge was then compared to where it is today. So if you're older listening to this, if you're exhausted listening to this, and you're like, man, yeah, I really want that life. I can't put in the time, dude. Like I'm tired, I'm burnt. Bro, you could put in the time. And it probably won't take that same amount of time. There's probably a better way. There's probably a better system to go mimic or make a better life than the ones you see by doing things a little bit differently. So when you look at those people with the things and the life that you want, and they're saying, hey, it's taken me 20 years to do, I can guarantee most of them have just recently figured it out, and it's taken that whole time of lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson to really realign, refocus on what they should be focusing on. So if you could go and look at some of these different people and some of the education they're putting out on how to get there, it could speed you up a hell of a lot faster. For instance, like franchises, like why go and be a part of a franchise? Well, when you're a part of a franchise, and that franchise has been around for, let's say, 30 years, you're able to join that franchise this year today and learn everything that it's taken them 30 years within whatever, a few weeks of that training exercise. That's why people go join a franchise, because they get to go that far ahead. And so there's different things you could do to put yourself in a better position and live the life and live the dreams that you want to go live. Guys, you look at my life and you're like, fuck, man, this guy's an animal. It's crazy. There has been a lot of hard work, but like I said, the last 12 years, I've been just trying to figure it out, man. I go, I run it. This works, this doesn't work. I crush it. I get my ass kicked. This gets wiped out. I have to go change this. Like, that's what real life looks like. And that's what I'm addicted to, is that game and the learning and the education. It's not the finance. You'll learn along the way. There's so many different options and easy options to make finance and make money, but then what the fuck do you do with it? It's not that exciting at the end of the day once you have it. You get addicted to learning and the whole process going through it. So when you guys go into something or wanting to go grow this life or whatever it might be, learn to be addicted, learn to love the process, because that's where the fun is. Because along the way, if you're tying it all to this success or trying to mimic somebody's life, there's going to be times that you're going to hit that. But there are going to be times, if it's, whatever it is, that you're going to get fucking knocked down onto your knees and be like, holy shit, like now this sucks, right? But if you always enjoy the process, you're going to look at that time when you get knocked down to your knees and be like, hey man, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to learn and recreate and build shit. And if you build the right shit and you have the right mindset and the right attitude, those other things will always come. And that's what you're going to find when you start chasing that next thing. It's going to be, the exciting thing is going to be from the measurement point where you started to where you are, and to that point to where you can get. That is a fun piece. So when you're looking at somebody's life, understand you could do it too if they've done it. That's just how it works. You have to work on the right things. It's not necessarily about the amount of time you put in. Depending on what you focus on, you might put in a shit ton of time, but if you focus on something else and you might have found the secret recipe, you might be able to get it done right away. So just understand that. Don't be discouraged. If you want something, guys, if you have your standard there, you will always get it and you will always meet your standard no matter what. The road's never going to be paved and smooth all the way through. You're going to hit some dirt roads, some rocky roads, some bumpy roads. But again, remember, the process and the challenge is what pays the dividends in the learning and the enjoyment. That's what I got for you today. Do good.